Hi, Sally Walker here, your hormone and slow age expert. So how do we make these hydroxyestrogens water soluble? So remember, the hydroxyestrogens, these 2, 4 and 16 hydroxys, E1 and E2s, are made in phase 1 of the liver detoxification pathways. They are principally still estrogens. They are definitely still fat soluble, which means if we don't make them water soluble, they will come back into circulation and work as estrogens. Okay, so how do we make them water soluble? Well, it's kind of like we officially say there's two phases, phase 1, phase 2. But there is kind of an intermediate as well, depending on which of the hydroxys. Okay, so the 2s and the 4s, they need to be first deactivated by processes called glutathione and methylation. So glutathione is the body's most powerful antioxidant, basically. It is something we make. We can take it as a supplement, and we can also support it through other supplements as well. But it is something that the body makes. So that means if you're making it, it's going to be, the recipe is going to be on your DNA, which means there's always going to be this genetic connection. You might be good at making it, you might not be so good at making it. There are several genes responsible, so it's not just a one, so you got it or you don't got it kind of thing, yeah? But glutathione is very, very important. So possibly getting this checked, you can do this genetically, you can do this through urine, to see how well this is functioning, and if you need to support it genetically. If you're weak, then you're going to need to support it all through life, basically. So that's one way of deactivating these 2s and 4 hydroxys. So the next way you could do it is through methylation. So methylation is also a process which is genetically controlled. And it's the adding of a methyl group of atoms, a combination of hydrogens and carbon, to in this case, the estrogen, the hydroxyestrogens, which will then deactivate them so you can then get rid of them, kind of thing. So for the 2s and the 4s, this needs to happen, and then the next phase comes in place. But for the 16 hydroxys, they don't go through that little glutathione methylation thing. They go straight into the phase 2. And here the body uses sulfur. A lot of sulfur, and this makes sulfur such an important mineral, and I think it's very overlooked. It's important for so many things in the body, but we're talking now about making these fat soluble estrogens, making them water soluble. So sulfur, make sure you're eating lots of good sulfury foods, things like eggs, things like your cabbage family. Just make sure that they are cooked and not raw. So things like your Brussels sprouts and your cauliflowers and your cabbages and all this kind of thing. Onions, garlic, asparagus, all of these contain lots of sulfur. So make sure you're getting it. You can also supplement with sulfur, but try and see if you can get it through your foods. So that's a very important one. Then we have another way of doing it. It's called glucuronic acid. And glucuronic acid is also produced in the body. And it's a major way that we get rid of these estrogens as well. Now, what I haven't actually said is that it's not just estrogens that go through these pathways. It's every fat soluble molecule. So things that are coming in through your diet, the medications that you're taking, the pesticides or the parabens, all of these things and many more have to go to the liver to be made water soluble so you can get rid of them. So these pathways are used every second of the day, basically. So you need lots of sulfur, you need lots of glucuronic acid. And you can also eat some of this through certain vegetables. Jerusalem artichokes are a good source of glucuronic acid. Then we've got acetyl. So acetyl is a fancy word for vinegar. So getting your vinegars on a regular basis, so getting some wonderful balsamico, or you're getting some apple cider vinegar, that kind of thing. Any old vinegar will do in a way. We can make it, but we can also top up in our diets. Then there are specific amino acids, little protein type molecules, which are very important. And these are things like glutamine, glycine, taurine, cysteine, which are found very much in animal foods and very much in your protein powders, for example. These are all very good as well for making these fat-soluble, half broken down estrogens, making them water soluble so you can pee them out or you can send them out through your stools. Very, very important. If you're getting rid of the 4-hydroxys, then you're not going to be creating cancers. So this is very important. And this is probably one of the major reasons we see most cancers in ladies above the age of 60, and especially those ladies who are smoking and drinking copious amounts of alcohol. Anyway, check out the articles, check out the other videos. Happy hormones, happy life.